Welcome back to Hefner Kitchener Rangers Hockey on Rogers TV. London leads Kitchener by a score of 3-2 at the end of 2 periods of play. You heard Mitchell Martin talk about the vote of confidence that Mike McKenzie put in him as one of his overages. Well, I've got Mike McKenzie here, the general manager, and the general manager for 5 more seasons. The news came out this week. Mike, 5 more seasons, a 5-year extension. How are you feeling?
I'm thankful, first and foremost. I've been here for 12 years. This is home now for me. The community is home. There's nowhere else I'd rather be, so I'm grateful. I'm excited for what the future holds, and it's just I'm happy to be here. There's nowhere else I'd rather be in junior hockey, that's for sure.
It was a combination press release that came out. You had the 5-year extension into 28-29, as well as COO Joe Birch. Maybe you can speak a bit to the unity that the two of you have, and the way that the board and Joe believes in you, and the way you and the board believe in Joe as well.
Yeah, I've been really fortunate since I've been here, having Steve Binkowski early on and into the middle of when I've been here. He was great to me. He was a great person to work for. And obviously speaks for himself what he's done here in Kitchener. And then it was uncertain when he left who would take over, and we're all really lucky that Joe was the guy. He's got a great hockey background. He's been involved in the game. He's a really positive guy, and we get along really well. We're on the same page. It's fun to come to work for a guy like that. So yeah, I'm happy he's staying, and we get to work together. It's been a great fit so far.
There's a lot of speculation out there on individual seasons, this season, next season, down the road from fans out there, which can always be dangerous when fans speculate. So I'll just ask you flat out, Mike, what is your vision for this team for this next 5 years?
Well, I think we want to take care of this year first. There's not much for me to do on the ice. Obviously, there's a draft and some other things at the end of the year, but I'm just a fan at this point mostly. So we'll take care of this year. And I mean, at the end of the day, when I became the GM, my goal was to build a sustainable hockey club that every year has a chance to be a good, solid hockey club. Obviously, there's going to be ebbs and flows, and there's going to be years where hopefully you're very, very good, and there's years where you're just good. And so that was the goal. I think we've kind of gotten to that point now where we've found some consistency. We've made playoffs every year. We've won some playoff rounds. And now we're looking to take the next step and obviously get to the top of the mountain. And that's what excites me and what excites the rest of the staff in the room, is trying to find ways to get better every day and push the envelope and get at the end of the day, get to the top of the mountain and win the big one. So it's tough to look ahead too many years in advance, but obviously we're excited about the future. We've got a lot of really good players now, but we've also got a lot of really good young players that we like a lot. So we're happy with how they've progressed, and we'll continue to try to build on that with this year's draft and keep stacking good players on top of good players. That's how you win, so that's what we'll do.
So we talked about this earlier this year, your preseason expectation versus now. We're 10 games away from the playoffs. Has your expectation for this team changed at all going into the playoffs?
I think it changes week by week, probably, throughout the season. There's highs and lows, so yes and no. I mean, like I just said, we strive to be a top 4 team every year. Whether we are or not, well, you never know, but we felt like we had a lot of good players coming back this year. Maybe we were a little bit underrated going into the year, and then we got off to the hot start, and maybe expectations went through the roof a little bit. We did have a bit of a weaker schedule in the first half of the season compared to the second half, so things like that you got to take into account. But overall, we're happy with where we are. Playing in the Western Conference and Midwest Division is not an easy task every year, so we're happy with where we are. It's going to be a battle. There's lots of good teams this year.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate you taking time with us, and congratulations. Looking forward to having you around here for another 5 years.
Yeah, thank you, Sean.
All right, lots more to come. You're watching Rogers TV.